Hey guys, this is Reilly from Active Water Sports. Today I'm going to walk you through the 2021 Supra SA450. So the Supra SA is Supra's flagship boat. They use it to tow the Pro Wake Tour and the Pro Surf Tour. It comes in at 22 feet 5 inches. It holds 16 people, has 3,500 pounds of subfloor ballast, and it weighs in about 5,800 pounds. We're super excited about this boat. It's one of the most popular boats, and I'm going to take you through it real quick. So starting on the transom of this boat, it's a really wide, big transom. You have this nice step that comes down to the big swim platform below, but this is actually a surf locker back here. You can flip it up, put surfboards in there. It'll fit a couple surfboards, or a lot of people put like wet life jackets in there. Kind of keeps that water from moving inside the boat. Cup holders on the sides, and then a super nice walk-through here. Coming over the walk-through, you have the step going down into the boat, and then you also have huge storage in the back with the full subfloor ballast system. So tons of room for all your gear in the back of this boat. So as we're coming into the boat, as I said before, there's this nice step coming down. So you're not stepping on any of the upholstery. Super nice wraparound seating that comes around. You also have the backrest on this side. Up top here, a little bit of a cubby for charging and a cup holder. Stereo around the sides. And then of course Supra's standard flip over table. And then rear view seat, so this flips up. Coming along on this side, you also have a flip up seat on the side. So you can really set it up. Everyone looking back, these are all standard seats. These are not options. Just a really nice kind of comfortable way to watch the rider sitting backwards. Looking from the back of the boat, you can see how there's this kind of bench across the side. You also have the observer seat up here to sit in, so everyone's watching the action behind the boat. Couple cup holders that become available down here when you flip the seat out. But after you're done riding, if you want to flip this down, you know, it's time to have your lunch or whatever, you have this table just right here in the center. So super easy to use and just really comfortable. So if you look around the whole boat, you're gonna see there's cup holders everywhere, chargers everywhere. They've even incorporated some really nice phone holders on the sides here. So just super easy to kind of keep, you know, everyone wants to have their phone charged when they're out on the water, and then tons of places to put your drinks. And one of the huge things on all the new Supras is how much storage you have in the boat. As I kind of showed before, underneath the hatches in the rear, huge storage because all that ballast is underneath the floor. That also comes into the boat up front though. So as you come in, you have a nice deep storage compartment. You still have ballast that runs all the way up, but you have storage underneath every single seat besides the table in the boat. So that's really key. That's something that on tournament boats we always hear is there's not enough storage in the boat. So they've really come out with this new design and kind of killed it with storage. All right, so as we kind of move forward in the cockpit, we're gonna look at the observer area. As you pull this up, you'll see for 2021, they've changed this seat. So previous years, this was a 2-piece seat. Now it's a 1-piece seat. And the reason for that is they've gone to a standard heated seat. I really like this. And I also like it being 1-piece. It makes this area so much easier to get to. So huge storage down here. You have your trash can mounted with side access under there, amp racks here, another 12-inch sub in there. So just a lot going on in this area, but tons of storage. You fold it back down. We'll look up here near the glove box. You've got your passenger control, so you can control all the lighting in the boat, which there's lighting everywhere, and also your stereo from here. You can also turn on the heated seat. So that's just a nice feature for the passenger to have a little bit of control what's going on for them. Big glove box with LED lights inside there. Up on top of the dash, you'll see they've added 6.5-inch drivers. So there's also really good sound right here. And then they put a little cubby on the side. That's just kind of a nice spot to put phone or wallet or car keys, whatever, on the side there, easy to get to. And then the last thing over here that I really want to point out is they've moved your battery switch external. So instead of having to go in there when you have all your gear in there and kind of like dig for the battery switch, it's right here, easy to get to, so you'll never forget to turn it on or off. You notice some things they've changed for 2021. They've gone to Gator step flooring now. So standard in the boat, there's Gator step. This is a standard color. There's tons of different color options, including upgraded like a 3-color option that you can do now. So it looks really good. I love the black. I've been doing most of the stock boats in this black and shark fin. Another cool thing on the floor you'll see is they've gone back to the in-floor cooler. So this flips up, and then you actually have this really nice igloo cooler with some Gator step laid on top there, and that just fits right in. If you don't use the cooler, you want to use it as storage, as a lot of people did on the previous years with the cooler. There's also a drain down there, so you can put wet gear in there like ropes or life jackets. Just a really cool storage area. So now we're going to look at the helm on this boat. First thing I want to point out is they've gone to this nice wireless charger. They've had that for a little while, but I mean, every time you sit in the driver's seat, first thing you do is put your phone here. So super nice, easy to use. They've also done the 6.5-inch drivers up front on the driver's side too, so you're not losing out on stereo for the driver. New steering wheel they've just come out with, which is actually standard heated and does a bunch of other functions as well. They've been running this screen for about 3 years now, this screen setup, the Vision. Up top here is kind of just your display. You can control a couple things, but mainly display, and then full controls on the side. And it's just a really nice layout, really easy to use. And then finally on the right, we have our keyed ignition, but it's push button start. Push button start and stop. So you can still take a key out of the boat if you want. You don't have to use a code or anything like that. Just go and then hit start and you're ready to roll. And then just your horn on the side there as well. So just to briefly touch on the screen, because it is something that you kind of want to come check out and really play with yourself. But up here you kind of have your display, as I was saying. 4 different pages where you're going to look at all your vitals from you know, engine temperature, oil pressure, things like that, but also some of the cool stuff like your videos that will always be displayed there if you go to your video page. Also mapping, it'll show you all mapping, and that's all built in free, both standard with GPS. And yeah, so just kind of your visuals up here. Down on the right though, that's where you're controlling your stereo, your ballast, all your auto wake settings, and then also all the lighting and switches in the boat. So like turning on a heater, turning on your heated seat, all that's going to be on this side. So really simple, easy to use, and it's nice how they kind of set those apart. So one of the coolest new features of 2021 is this new driver's seat. I love the way it looks. It's super comfortable. They've also cut out the sides here, so when you're towing a rider, you know, as you're always constantly looking back, now you can kind of move your whole body around to look or talk to your rider. Another cool feature on all Supras, standard up and down and forward and backward auto seat, so you can from the dash control where you're sitting, and that's huge. I mean, all boats ride a little bit differently when you're surfing, and everyone's a little bit different height, so being able to kind of set it up so you don't necessarily have to sit on the bolster and still be really comfortable is super nice with this. Also, it's standard heated, so it's kind of like everything built into the seat. All right, so now as we move towards the bow of this boat, I'm gonna flip over your windshield. As you come through the walkway here, you have some lighting, and you also have your side trash can access. That's down here. Windscreen, which is standard on these boats. There's the coating on it right now, but it's just a nice glass windscreen. And then moving forward, we have a lot of stuff going on in the bow. So moving into the bow of the SA, you're gonna see it's really big. It's one of the biggest bows they have. So with that, you're gonna have a lot of storage up here. Because it's all subfloor, you're not filling this whole area with, you know, any kind of ballast system or anything like that. It's all underneath. So we're flipping up these guys. You have hinge seats, tons of storage, comes all the way around throughout the front of the boat. We also have this flip over bow filler cushion. So right now it's set up for walking, but flip it over and you have your bow filler cushion. Now you just have a big kind of play pin up here. So really comfortable, cup holders on both sides, chargers on both sides, and then your built-in stereo bow speakers as well. So one of the super nice things about these new Supras is the JL audio system. Not just the components, but also the way it's built into the boat. You'll see over here we have those 8.8-inch drivers, and they're actually built into the top deck. You'll see down here we also have the 12-inch subwoofers, which there's 2 of them in this boat, and that's all standard, also built into the top deck. And why that's important is it uses the boat kind of like a stereo box, and it makes the sound much more clear and also more powerful, especially with the subs. So we really like that. All the speakers are built in like that. And then we also option for either 2 or 4 tower speakers. This boat we haven't done it yet, but you know, you can option it with tower speakers as well. Okay, so now looking at the standard FX1 power tower, it's kind of nice because this tower right here is actually bare bones standard. This is what the boat comes with without any upgrades. So you're gonna see your swivel board racks on the side, super easy to use, just easier to get boards in and out, and also not have them going down the road out. It's a bigger boat, so it's nice that everything can kind of fold in, be tucked away. It's also a power tower, so right here, really easy, just push of a button. You can start putting the tower down. I also really like this for towing aspects. You can put it down, you won't have bugs all over it. Just really clean, sleek kind of deal going down the road. Lighting throughout the tower, standard as well. So there's RGB kind of accent lightings on the side, but super nice dome light up top here, which kind of fills this whole space. So especially at night when you're trying to find your gear, flip that on and it's easy to see everything. And then standard Bimini with surfboard storage. So this is awesome. The way that this Bimini comes out, you just pull it straight back, flip it over twice, and it just locks into position. And it's a really big surface area. So coming from back here all the way over the windshield, just a lot of shade inside. All right, I hope you enjoyed this brief kind of rundown on the Supra SA. This boat is not super heavily equipped. This is just kind of how Supras come standard. So there are a lot of options standard, like all the power seats, heated seats, all that stuff. That's stuff that you're not paying extra for. And this boat standard has all the wake performance stuff included, and it's really good behind this boat. That's why it's kind of their flagship boat. So I highly recommend coming out down to our shop and taking one for a test drive. I'll have other Supras around too that have more options, so you can see kind of the cool upgrade stuff. But yeah, my name's Reilly, Active Water Sports, and yeah, thanks for checking it out.